Hello. Hello, everybody. Oh, my chair is so low. Cool. Aren't you glad you tuned in for that? If you have a minute, would you just pop in the chat and let me know if you can hear me and stuff? And if you can, then I'm all good, and I will hush myself until it's time to do stuff. And if you can't, then I will fix it. Is anybody out there? Anyone want to pop in and let me know if you can hear? Hello, people just joining. If someone wants to pop into the chat and let me know if you can hear me and see me, that'd be nice of you. Just to, let me know. Yay! Hooray! Thank you, Thea. Hello, early people. We'll get started in, 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know. I feel weird because, I don't want to entertain you for 10 minutes, but also we're here. I need, music. I wish this thing had, elevator music. I'm going to turn my video off so you don't have to watch me make a cup of coffee. I actually can figure out how to make it play background music.
You have started computer. Stevens routine VLC. Speech mode off.
Carved a heart in a dogwood tree. Found a song in everything. Nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Barefoot dancing in the pouring rain. Whoa, 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 whoa. Regina, won't you come back home? Done her daddy proud, made her mama shine. Found beauty in the night through a child's eyes. Lit up life like a firefly. Never knowing that that fire could die. Oh no, no. Regina, won't you come back home? Regina, won't you come back home? She lost her way along a wandering path. She can't get it back. She can't get it back. It's the wanderer who finds her soul. Lord only knows. You had a long road. Regina, won't you come back home? Regina, won't you come back home? She loved a man and he let her down. She took an apron for a crown. Girl lived out loud. But she don't ever come around no more. Regina, won't you come back home? What happened to me? Regina, won't you come back? Time flew by, and she let it go. What happened? Used to laugh. What happened to you? But now she don't. What happened? Little girl dreams all turned to stone. Spends all day on the telephone, saying no, no, no. She lost her way along a wandering path. She can't get it back. She can't get it back. It's the wanderer who finds her soul. Lord only knows. You had a long road. What happened to Regina? Won't you come back home? Regina, won't you come back home?
And for those of you just tuning in, this is KBRL broadcasting live from my office. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I decided that Braille School needs music, so I got some. Thank you. Thank you, Susan. I try to be funny. Artist named Becca Stevens, by the way. She's a really great songwriter. Good song. Good song, good music, good times. What am I saying? Why am I talking? I'm going to turn my audio off and come back when more of you show up for class. Hopefully more of you are coming. There's 10 right now, so we'll see. Well, there's 12 of you, but it's time, so let's do it. And this is what I get for telling people you don't have to sign in every time to get clock hours instantly. No one wants to be here, but that's okay. I'm not going to cry until the camera's off. Welcome to Braille. It's the 5th week, the 5th chapter, the 5th adventure. You guys are really flying through it. There's like a lot of dots now. You can Braille a lot of stuff. There's only 12 chapters in this book. I don't know if you knew that, but this is the 5th one. There's a 6th one, a 7th one, an 8th one, a 9th one, a 10th one, an 11th one, and a 12th one. And that's the end of the book. So yeah, there we go. I made a reference to it as a joke, but someone asked me about the clock hours for the course. The way that it works, let me get that out of the way. The way it works for clock hours is I will submit my roster of the 70-something of you that signed up to ESD, and then there will be a claim code, and basically you will use the claim code to get your hours, and then we'll compare it against my roster, but you do not need to be signing in all the time. So clock hours wise, you do not need to be signing in. I do not need to be keeping attendance, which is great because there's 15 of you. I assume the rest of you are watching me later. Hello, people in your homes. But that is the deal. If you see behind me a bunch of broken guitars, that's because I went closet raiding this week for my day job. But we're going to talk about grouping punctuation. We're going to talk about simple fractions and mixed numbers. We're going to talk about initial letter contractions, and we're going to talk about grade 1 mode, and we're going to do it all with a big, bright, happy smile, because that's what I've decided. But let's first review. Go over a few things from last week here. And for of the with are strong contractions, and for of the with, they have dots in the top and bottom. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Carol. These are our short form words that we learned, 23 or whatever of the 75 of them last week. About, little, blind. If you want some good practice in life, just start looking everywhere you see those words, turn on closed captioning or look at signs or something. And when you see those words, be like, short form, short form, short form. Just yell short form. It won't get weird and no one will have any questions, I promise. No one's going to question that in any way. These are our punctuations from last week. We got the at sign, which is a .4, then a .1. We got the bullet, which is a 456, and then a period, which is a 256. A forward slash is a 45634. Don't get those reversed. An ellipsis is just 3 periods. It's 3 periods in print. It's 3 periods in Braille. It's really not tricky. And the asterisk, as in this is important. We use a .5 and a .35. So let's get our brains going by brailing some stuff. Three sentences. You should spend 3 or 4 minutes on these. Number 1, we will go again tomorrow, exclamation point. Number 2, go to Braille, asterisk, immediately, comma, and do not delay, period. 3, 123 plus 654 equals 777. And I promise I checked that math. So you do need to use your UEB plus and your UEB equals sign. And yes, I realize that you may not have to do that very often, but you do now. Oh boy, have I got a treat for you, because not only have I brailled them all for you to look at, to get warmed up, I brailled them all wrong. I have several errors in each of these transcriptions. Help me fix them, please. Number 1, we will go again tomorrow. Type in the chat or yell them at me. Help me fix my braille. Donna got one of them. The will is backwards. I reversed it, so it says rather. Go is wrong because I put the dots in the wrong part of the cell. And tomorrow is wrong. I wrote tonight. Number 2, go is wrong again. It's a short form word. G. What else is wrong in line 2? I did write out immediately. I'm not allowed to write out immediately, Donna? Well, darn. I did even more brailing than I needed to braille. Immediate. So it's a short form. How do I short form the word immediately? Emily! One more error in that line. Yeah, there's no short form for delay, Sue. I didn't. I made one up. And number 3, fix that hot pile of garbage I've put in front of you. 123 plus 654 equals 777. The plus, what's wrong with the plus, Thea? Multiplication instead of addition. I reversed the plus sign. That's a plus sign. And the equal sign is Nemeth. How do I do a UEB equal sign if I'm not allowed to use the Nemeth equal sign? Dot 5 low G, so dot 5 and then 2, 3, 5, 6. And then yes, you guys are commenting on this. I reversed the 4 and the 6. Good job, you guys. You do know Braille. Dang. I hope something about that experience was reassuring in that you do actually have a clue what you're doing. Good job, you guys. I'm proud of you. All right, here's some new punctuation stuff we learned about. So grouping punctuation, group stuff together, quotation marks, words people say, like quotation marks, parentheses, etc. So you'll see here the opening quotation mark and the closing quotation mark. They're reverses of each other. Opening quotation is a 2, 3, 6, or a dropped H, and a closing quotation mark is a 3, 5, 6, or a dropped J. If you need single or inner quotation marks, so if you're quoting someone who's quoting someone, or like, for example, if you had like the sentence, I can't, like, Donna said, comma, open quote, I can't believe that Jacob said that I'm, single quote, so inner quote, the worst, exclamation point, and single quote, and double quote. So that's when you use multiple nested quotes. We call them nested quotes. That's when you put a .5 in front of your opening and opening and closing quotes. Keep in mind here, notice this, that .5 is going in front of it both times. It is not going on the outside of the closing quote. It is going before it both times. It is a prefix to that symbol, so it comes before both ways. You don't reverse that. I promise you I will show it to you done wrong in the next 45 minutes, and I expect you to notice. You do not put the .5 after this closing single quotation mark. Then you're going to notice that we do a lot of grouping with prefixes in front of these 1, 2, 6, and 3, 4, 5 symbols. Parenthesis uses a .5 in front of that symbol. Square bracket, and I've put examples of them here so you can look at them, is a 4, 6. Curly bracket, or a brace, is a 4, 5, 6. Angle bracket, which is exactly the same thing as the less than sign, is a 4, and then those symbols. So you will use those exactly as they appear in print whenever you see them. That's what this rule says. Use them exactly where they show up in the print. Oh boy, fractions. So when we braille our fractions in UEB, and you do have to know this, I'm sorry, but you do, because they show up in text, they show up in recipes, they show up in things like that. We use them literarily a lot. You use the simple numeric fraction line, which is that symbol there, which is dots 3, 4. When a fraction contains numbers or digits, numbers, decimal points, commas, and separator spaces. It does not cancel numeric mode, so that's really important to know. If you put that symbol in there, you do not put a new number sign after it. So 1/2, number sign, 1, then a 3, 4, that slashy doodle, 2, no new number sign. It's all one fraction, so it's all one number sign. It's all one fraction, so it's all one number sign. When there's a mixed number, so 1 1/2, you put number sign 1, and then the fraction bar or the fraction line 2. That you put a new number sign to show which part's the fraction and which part's the whole number of the mixed number. They go right next to each other with no space. It looks funky if you read Nemeth. There's no like fraction start and fraction end indicator if you know Nemeth. You don't do that here. Okay, so this third comment here, use the slash mark, and it shows the 4, 5, 6 plus 3, 4. When the print fraction is written with the numerator and the denominator linearly or horizontally instead of vertically, if they're written on top of each other in the print, you write them like a fraction, like it does in rule number 1. If they're just typed next to each other, like the way that you usually type a fraction, if you're just like in Word or whatever, 1/4 cup flour, you use the print slash, you use a new number sign. So these are the different kinds of ways you can write a fraction. Should see there the difference in the way that those are presented to you. Does anyone have fraction questions before we move on? Type them, yell them, whatever thing. Questions about how we're brailing those fractions. I don't hear any questions. I don't see any questions. Are you guys just understanding it, or are you stunned into some kind of stupor? Yay, we got it. I have confirmation. Good, good, good. Initial letter contractions are called initial letter contractions because they're a contraction that uses the initial letter. Hey, what a concept. All of the initial letter contractions we're looking at here are .5 plus the initial letter. And we've got this whole list of them. Day, ever, father, here, no, Lord, mother, one, or mother name, one part, question, right, some time under, work and young. Use those as words or as parts of words. This is the easy rule. That's why I put it on a slide by itself. Use them as words or parts of words. These you may use as, so that's a great question. Donna asks, can you use these initial letter contractions as contractions in websites and emails? You can. Contractions, yes. Short forms, no. So contractions, yes. Things like this, things like our and for of the with, you may use in websites and email addresses. What you cannot do is use the short forms, which are those 75 letters that you just put together that make words, or signs, I guess, that you put together that imply words. So if you're going to brailleauthority.org, you cannot write BRL authority. But if you're going to, I don't know, questionwork.com, you can write .5q.5w.com. You may use them. Here's the rules. The contraction for one may be used when the letters it represents are pronounced as one syllable, easy enough, or in words that end in O-N-E-Y, or in the word honest or monastery, or their derivatives. Do not use when preceded by the letter O. What on the earth? It's the most, these, I told you, Braille rules get just the dumbest. They just get so stupid. So you can use it whenever it's one syllable. So you can use it in money because that ends in O-N-E-Y. Honey also ends in O-N-E-Y. One-sided as one as a syllable. Monastery because it told you to. Honest because it told you to. Honesty because it's a derivative of honest. The contraction for some should be used only where the letters that represent form a complete syllable in the base word. Oh, form a complete syllable in the complete word. So if it's S-O is the end of one and M-E is the beginning of another syllable, don't do that. Can I think of a word where that would happen? I cannot. But they exist. The contraction for word can be used when it's, for the word time can be used when it's pronounced like time. What a cool rule. So that word, that contraction has to mean time. You can use it in timer, .5tr, set a timer. Not .5ter contraction, if you know about that. Don't do it. .5tr would be timer. But if you have those letters in that order and they don't make the word time, don't write it like .5t. And then under has rules also. Use the initial letter for under, except when it represents, except when the letters it represents, so under, is preceded by O or A, or when un is the prefix of the word. Again, can I think of words that do this off the top of my head? I cannot. Do they exist? They do. So all of those are just exception rules. Fun tip, any word that is like an exception to those words that's an example in your book or in the UEB book will show up in that Appendix 2 contracted word list of the BANA UEB book. So if you look at that Wssb UEB Rules of Unified English Braille 2013 book, Appendix 2 is a big long list of words that are correctly contracted. Does anyone have any questions about this banana set of rules about this banana's set of contractions? While I can't tell you why exactly those rules are there, like I can tell you the point of those rules is that they help make sure that the contractions are not confusing to people who are reading them. They're fluency and derived. They're designed to help make the words recognizable. So they are trying to help you not create situations where using a contraction confuses the meaning or what word you're trying to produce. But the rules are bananas, and that's why I gave you the one good rule and then all the other bad rules. Let's talk about grade 1 mode and then let's braille some stuff. Take a look at our grade 1 mode indicators there. It works the same way as capitals mode. It works the same way as a lot of things. But it works exactly the same way as capitals mode, where you do 1 of them for symbol, 2 of them for word, 3 of them for passage, and a terminator. So a grade 1 mode indicator, which you may think of as a letter sign, is a 5-6. Word is 5-6-5-6. Passage is 5-6-5-6-5-6. And the terminator is 5-6 with a .3. Pretty much every terminator is going to be that symbol that you're using to do the thing. It's going to be the symbol indicator plus a .3. Almost all of our terminators are that. The capitals terminator works the same way. When we get to type form terminators, they work the same way. Let's learn rules. Grade 1 mode indicator is placed before a letter or letters to distinguish between the letter meaning and a number, a word, or a whole word contraction. So basically, anytime the letter you're about to put needs to be read like the letter that it is, you need a grade 1 mode indicator. So if I was to say, you know, my house is on V Street, if I just put a capital sign and a V, that sentence would say, my house is on Very Street, because we have alphabetic word signs. I need a grade 1 symbol indicator, so a 5-6 and then a capital sign, a .6, and then a V. That makes my house is on V Street. I love this Rule 2 expands on that in the most fantastic way possible. A grade 1 symbol indicator is required when a letter that means a letter stands alone. What on earth? When a letter that means a letter, it's the same thing I said, V. If I want V to be V instead of very, it goes right in front of the lowercase letter or in front of the capital sign for a capital letter. So so the capital sign has to touch the letter. Capital sign goes closest to the letter. It's a general rule that'll be good for you to know. So this goes before the capital. More rules. The initials of a person's name require the use of a grade 1 mode indicator. So this rule is bananas, but basically use your grade 1 mode indicator when you need to. And follow print for spacing in terms of initials or abbreviations. Grade 1 mode questions. Yes, can I give an example of when to use the word indicator? So I can. So if I wanted to write the AG without spaces, like the Attorney General, the AG of Washington, capital A, capital G right next to each other. So let me put that in the chat for you, the way I'm thinking of it in my head. If I just put .6 AG, that would say again of Washington. But since it's two symbols in one word that I want read as letters right next to each other, I can use word. So 2 5 6s, then the double cap AG, and it comes out the AG of Washington. I hope that is a somewhat useful example. Yay, good. Any other grade 1 mode questions? So someone asked me earlier in one of our first classes when we were learning about alphabetic word signs, my name starts with a J. Like, how is it not just? Like if I wrote my initial, how would it not be just? It'd be with a grade 1 mode indicator. You also use a grade 1 mode indicator if you wanted to say like 121A, like 121A, apartment 121A. Although you can capitalize it, but still, if it was, you know, a case. Or if you're brailing a password for whatever reason. I'm writing unit 2B, and I have the B lowercase, 2B. You would need a grade 1 mode indicator to make that B not read as unit 22. Basically, if it's confusing, if the thing you're writing could mean something other than what you're writing, you need this to make sure that what you're writing comes out the right way. Let's braille some stuff. I'm excited. I'd like for us to definitely get to sentences 2 and 4 on this list. But if you need extra practice or you have time in the 5 minutes I'm going to give you to braille these sentences, try number 3 as well. So number 2 reads, oh, good question. What are the margins? Let's do paragraph format this time. So 3 1s. Because I'm arbitrary and weird. 3 1 margins, please. 3 first line, 1 subsequent lines. Number 2 says, after the daytime party, after the daytime party, comma, The foreign visitors will withdraw from the public forum and further explore the unique theory of phonetic symbology, period. Number 4 says, quote, if your room is tidy, comma, end quote, said grandmother, comma, open quote, then you may phone your friend right away and ask him if he knows the time of the party, period, end quote. And if you get to number 3, mother and father gave Theo some good advice, but he probably forgot the true message after he left for work. And that, but he probably forgot is in parentheses. So it's mother and father gave Theo some good advice, parenthesis, but he probably forgot the true message after he left for work, close parenthesis, period. It's 4:35. We'll check them at 4:40. Let me know if you have questions. We about there? Anyone ready to see it? Or does anyone need more time? Maybe let me know that. Here we go. Tell me if I did them right. I don't know. After is a short form, they is a strong contraction. Daytime has 2 initial letter contractions. You get to put them right next to each other. Party has part in it. The foreign has FOR, strong contraction. Visitors will is a short form. Withdraw has with in it, strong contraction. From, initial letter. I said short form earlier. It's an initial letter. Dang, alphabetic word sign. The, strong contraction. Public. Forum has FOR, strong contraction. And further has THE, strong contraction. Further. Explore the, strong contraction. Unique. Theory has THE, strong contraction. Of, strong contraction. Phonetic, you cannot use the .50 because it's 2 syllables. Oh, nah. You spell it out. Symbology. That's why that word is there. Phonetic. Phone is 1 syllable and you can use it. Phonetic, 2 syllables. Since it's 2 syllables, that was one of our little exception rules. You cannot use the 1 initial letter contraction if it's 2 syllables. Well, that's 1, yep. So number 4, got that quotation mark. If your short form room, I missed one. Is that how you say room? Or is it room? Those of you who can't tell, I'm adding O's. Is there a short form for room? You want there to be. You do, you spell it out. If your room is tidy, comma, so .2, then dots 3, 5, 6 for the end quotation mark, said grandmother, capital G, R, and is it A-N-D, strong contraction. Mother has a .5M, so grandmother. Then we reopen those quotation marks with that 2, 3, 6. Then has THE. You, alphabetic word sign, may. Phone, and this time we do get to use our .50. Your, short form, friend, short form. Right, initial letter contraction. Away, and strong contraction. And ask him, short form, HM, if he knows, .5K, S, the time, initial letter of the party, again, initial letter on part, .5 PY for party. Questions, comments, needs, wants, tears, frustrations before we go to our next set? Braille's hard, you guys. Does anyone need to see these dots any longer, or shall we move on? Let's go. I think for this list, there's so many good ones. Yeah, we'll do 3 ones all day. Margins wise, we'll do 3 ones all day. Let's do. There's so many good ones. Let's do 9 and 7. And if you need an extra practice, do 6. So 7 is the village will remodel several public offices. This is a lot like one we did last week. The village will remodel several public offices at 101 M Lane, comma, 1200 C Place, comma, and 409 Moreland Avenue, AVE, period. Number 9 reads, on Tuesday, comma, capitalized T in Tuesday, comma, he withdrew, ooh, what have I done? I pressed the wrong button, we're back. On Tuesday, comma, he withdrew 40-5, spelled out, million of small bills from a bank under the false name of Lord Andre Milford, parenthesis, with no one's, apostrophe S, prior knowledge. Period, or close parenthesis, period. I have 5 minutes. Is 5 minutes about the right amount of time? Is that, are you guys getting done much faster than I'm giving you time for? I'm trying to be respectful of people who've done a lot of Braille and also of people for whom this is super duper new.
Hey Shane, can you turn it back to pay that had the next questions on it? All we can see is extra practice 1 through 5.
Sorry, is it better?
Thank you.
You guys ready or you need a minute?
A little more time.
Sounds good. That's probably my fault for accidentally going to the wrong slide for a minute. That's what I get for trying to check my email.
Done.
All right, let's take a look-see. Seven, the is a strong contraction. Village will remodel. Will is a short, or is it alphabetic word sign? Several, you get to use the ever initial letter. So S.5EAL. Public offices, you get to use the OF strong contraction. At 101M Lane, make sure you use that grade 1 5-6 indicator, otherwise it's more. Comma, 1200 C, again, gotta have that 5-6 grade 1 mode indicator, or it's can. You want C place, comma, and 409 Moreland with the and strong contraction, Avenue AVE, period. You don't need any indicators in front of Avenue. It might be tempting, but you don't, because it's not a contraction for anything, and it's not a short form for anything. Number 9, on Tuesday with the day initial letter contraction, so TUES.5D, comma. He withdrew with, you get to use a strong contraction. 40 has the FOR, strong contraction, -5. Million of strong contractions, small bills. From a bank, from is a alphabetic word sign, bank. Under .5U, the strong contraction. False name .5N of strong contraction. Lord, so capital sign .5L. Andre .5, and then the AND, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 RE, and then Milford, capital MILL FOR strong contraction, and D. Then we have our parenthesis, so it's a .5 and then a 1, 2, 6. With is our strong contraction. No 1.50 apostrophe, which is a .3S. Prior knowledge is an alphabetic word sign, so K. Then we have our .5 right, .5345 for our right parenthesis, and a period. Questions, comments, concerns, tribulations, trials, woes, fears, personal anxieties, confessions. Ultimatums. Manifestos. Input of any kind is welcome here. Thank you, Sue. Sue says, good selection of sentences. And you know what? I agree, because I copied them out of the book and then I picked the best ones. Yeah, Lord is a tricky one. Lord is a tricky one. Especially when it's like a word like that. Well, I give you the homework from last week in Perky Duck. So the 3 or whatever sentences we put up at the end, will I give that to you? I will. Let me make myself a note. I'm also going to put a few up for you this week. A couple of brief programming notes. Like I said right at the beginning, if you are getting clock hours for this, which let's be honest, everyone should be, you don't need to be doing anything until the end. At the end, you will get a claim code. You'll put that claim code into PD Enroller, which is this new system. You will claim your hours and you'll be good. I upload a roster of everyone who is supposed to be here, and then they just cross-reference those two things. So no worries for that. I will not see you next Wednesday. Please don't come here. I will not be here. I got an email from one of you. I know I didn't send out any kind of like notice or invite link. It is the same link. Obviously, you figured that out every time to join this class. Would it be helpful to you if I were to email everyone on like Wednesday morning or Tuesday night and be like, see you tomorrow. The link is blah, 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 blah. Yes, says Carol, will do. I'll make myself a note there too. So email class every Tuesday, which has a .5d in it, /Wednesday, about link to class. No class next week. I will see you on the 4th, 3rd, 5th, 9th. Who can say really? 4th. I'll see you on the 4th of December for chapter 6. And then on the 11th of December, I don't know if you saw this in the little calendar I gave you, but on the 11th of December, we're going to take a book break and we are going to talk about the slate and stylus. So if you need to be obtaining one of those or you don't have one, please try to have a slate that can do a 28 cell line. Please try and have a slate and stylus to use in class on December 11th. No class next week. I hope you all have the happiest possible Thanksgiving and that you enjoy lots of delicacies and time with family and friends and loved ones. And I'm going to throw a couple of more sentences homework style up on the top for you to look at. I will get you the other sentences from last week. And I really hope you guys have an excellent couple of weeks off and a really wonderful holiday. Get some rest, make some dots, eat some turkey or whatever thing you enjoy to eat, and have a really great time with the people and things that you're thankful for. So I am thankful for all of you for being here, and let's get those sentences up on the screen. I hope you guys have just the best 2 weeks, and I will see you in December. Holy crap. Have a good one.